back, y'all. My phone overheated during this live, so we're back at it. Yes, the sun is like, ma'am, 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 you doing too much out here in this 90-degree heat. So I want to still pick back up on the workout. Hopefully you guys will get the notification that I'm back. Um, yeah, yeah. Yeah, at least 1 video need to start at least 1 minute. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna try to get back into it, and I'm trying to see if maybe there's someplace else I can prop my phone where it won't overheat. Please, as you come in, thank you for joining. This is Chic Speaks. This is Chic on Chic Speaks channel. I'm doing a workout, just a quick workout that I tend to do in the evenings. I'm doing this in the morning to show you all what I do, but it's just a workout I typically do in the evening. So we'll get back to it. And hopefully, let me see if I can maybe find someplace else to prop my phone up so you can see me do this workout, because it overheated where I had it before. So I want to try to keep it in a shaded area. So let's see. Yeah, I want to keep it in a shaded area. So I don't know. Let me see if I can. I want you guys to be able. All right. The sun is not going to mess up our progress because we had a good thing going, and we're going to pick back up on it. All right. We'll pick back up where we left off. So as I was saying, this is a workout that I do. Let me pull my mat back. So I want you guys to see my feet in this. This will be okay. I can still see my feet. All right. Still see my feet. Let's get our dumbbells. Oh. All right. So we are back in business. So we're going to resume our workout. So let's get to it. All right. So we're going to start back up with the jumping jacks. All right. So we're on round 2, guys. What we're doing, we're doing a total of 2 rounds. So that's round 2. So walk it out, get your heart rate down. Let's get our dumbbell. Our overhead march. Guess I need to retitle this live part 2. of part one. So I have to go in and do some editing after this live. Oh, I hate editing. That's why I do lives, guys. Guys and gals. But I'm determined to get this workout in. So the next move we're going to do, let's see, we're going to be on the ground. So let me make sure that you guys will be able to see me down here. I might have to sit my laptop down on the ground so you guys can see the next moves that I'm doing. All right. This is what we're doing next. We're doing these shoulder tap push-ups. So we're doing tap your shoulder. You see what I'm doing? Just tapping shoulder. So this is working the abs, the core. You can see my core in the video. That's what this is working on. All right. You couldn't see my feet in the screen, but that's okay. You know, you're just in a push-up position. So it was about the top part of your body and touching your shoulders. So I'm gonna walk it out. All right, let's get our dumbbell. I'm gonna do, remember we did this before, the first round? These are erratic twists, back with a back step. So look at my midsection. You see the muscles that are engaged. That's what's being worked on. All right. We're almost done. You're almost done. If you're not doing this with me, maybe next time you can, or you can replay the video when you're ready, when it's more convenient. And give it a try. It's not too bad. It's definitely not too bad. It does what it needs to do. All right. So let's get our dumbbell again. So we're going to do our squats. See what it looks like on the side. Look at my form. All right. Okay. Pull it down. Oh, too bad the last live died, but it's okay. It is okay. It is okay. All right. Let's do our jumping jacks again. Okay, y'all, that's it. That's the workout. Wasn't much to it. Simple, but impactful. We worked our upper body. We worked our core. We worked our legs. We started it out with doing some squats. And you can end your workout with just some stretches. Just stretch it out. And then People haven't really done any exercise moves in a little while. So this will help prevent, any tightening. Well, you might experience some still, but probably help with it. Minimize the chance of it being like bad. So if it'll help some, I say go ahead and do it. They always recommend stretching. I try to do a better job at stretching because I'm typically one to just jump into things. So that's my workout, y'all. Like I said, it's nothing too deep. It's very minimal, but it gets the job done. So if you look through my videos, I have other workout videos as well that I did a while ago that were like pre-records. So this is just a live, but I did some pre-records with some fitness videos as well. And I think they're still pretty beginner friendly. So I definitely recommend you trying, checking out those videos as well. So every now and then, I'll switch it up and find a different routine to do, because sometimes you just want to do something different, or as they say, your body can get used to doing the same thing and it stopped being, the workout stopped being as effective. So you gotta switch it up. So I'll try to come back on here and maybe do some other workout routines as well with different moves. But for now, like these moves that you saw me do, these are the moves that I do right now, along a couple with walking. So I walk and then I do the moves that I did. If you joined my live late, this is live number 2. My first live kind of died because my phone overheated because I'm outside recording, and my phone was like, ma'am, no ma'am. So it died. I had to kind of let it cool off, and this is video number 2. So I'll have to go and kind of rename the titles. But this is my total body workout. So this is what I do in addition to walking. So let me know, you have any questions, or is there anything that you do, as far as for your fitness journey, or is there any types of fitness contents or things like that you'd like for me kind of to explore? I'm not one to be in the gym. I'm not a gym girly. I like being outside. So most of my exercise, my fitness is going to take place outside or in my home. I have been one to be in the gym a lot. At the beginning of my fitness journey, like almost 20 years ago, I started out being in the gym. I got my first gym membership when my first child was maybe about 5 months old. I had some lingering weight from the pregnancy. It was maybe like 15 pounds. So my mom suggested that I, jump on top of that, and, so it just wouldn't get out of control, because she knew as a mother that when you start having children, and you have weight that you retain from the first pregnancy, and then you go into a second pregnancy, and then you're likely going to have weight there, it started adding up, and those who've had children, understand what I mean by that, especially those who have more than one. It's like the weight, the pounds can kind of add up, and then you're just like, listen, this baby weight now, it's like, oh, I got 3 kids, I got 4 kids, and this is the weight that I just never lost from having the babies. So what I would do at the recommendation of my mom, who had 4 kids, was to, in between babies and pregnancies, I would work on getting my body back right. So therefore, going into a new pregnancy, I kind of had a fresh start. So it was back at my standard weight was like 130. So I would just be back at 130 and starting over again. So that's what I did, guys, but actually with the first pregnancy, I gained maybe like 45 pounds. I lost all of it after having a baby immediately, except for like 15. And so I joined the gym, got my first gym membership in 2005. And I pretty much lived in the gym all of my 20s. And then when I got probably in my 30s, that's when I kind of started doing more outdoors things and walking, and I picked up my walking game, because in my 20s it was just all about the gym. I didn't do walking, it was just the gym. And I don't know if I got gymmed out, I don't know. So it was like once I got in my 30s, it was like I don't want to go to the gym, or maybe it was just a lifestyle change to where just being outdoors, walking, not paying for the gym membership. It probably started there, y'all, because I worked at a company that had gyms. So when I had my last 2 babies, like I had free access to the gym. So when I stopped working for that company around like 2011, I got laid off. Then I did try with paying some memberships. I did like a kickboxing class, and then I kind of stopped that. So I think that's probably how I got out of probably going into like these facilities, because you're paying for it. And now with the change in my lifestyle, with my financial situation at that time, it was like, okay, I need to cut costs. Let me replace the gym with this. And so I just found a means to replace going to the gym, because everybody don't have the lifestyle to be able to just go inside of a gym. It costs to go in the gym, and then you got to make the time to go in the gym. So that's why when I worked for that company that had the gyms, I could do it on the job. So when I was pregnant, I was still working out, taking the classes, like, because they offer classes. So I was like doing all that before I even left the job. So it was a beautiful thing. So it definitely helped me maintain. I had my last baby at like 30. So I was good. So since then, it's just been about me getting my fitness in other ways that free. And that was me walking. Walking's free. So finding opportunities where I could walk. Um, YouTube, I started to, I don't know, y'all, when YouTube started popping, but I started to become more engaged with YouTube. I think I really started becoming more engaged with YouTube maybe in about 2017-ish, 2018, maybe right when I was kind of wrapping up my last college degree. And so I started looking at YouTube and less at TV, and I'm like, wow, it's like all kinds of things, on YouTube. And I just started watching videos and things like that. So I would say, yeah, that probably goes back to maybe like 2016, when I probably started really looking at YouTube heavy. And just as time went, the idea of like going into a gym just like went further and further to the back of my mind. So I am definitely an example of, you do not have to go into a gym to maintain a certain body weight, look a certain way, because this ain't got nothing to do with no gym. This is just me walking, me doing some light little exercises that I showed you. Y'all, I'm not one that's too deep with the exercise. I'm just not. I'm just not. I've never been that girl when it came to being real, deep like that, as far as at home with those exercises, doing it for a long period of time. I try to find, I don't know if they call them hit exercises, or I think I started doing really quick, impactful exercise. Y'all remember Sean T? Back in the day, he's still around, but he would go on talk shows and stuff, and he would talk about fitness, and he'd do these quick, like 15 minute exercises. And y'all, he was doing like the absolute most, but in like a small amount of time. And I think I saw him doing that, first saw him doing that. I was newly, after I had stopped working at that time, and I had more time on my hands. I was home with the kids and wanting to stay fit, because remember, I no longer had the gym. And that's how I started getting into like, watching those, okay, well, what can I do at home? And so I remember Sean T and watching things, he'd be guests, on talk shows and things like that. I think he was on Dr. Oz. Like, he would just show up different places. And I'm like, okay. So that's where I got the idea that it's not about maybe the length of the time that you're working out. It's like what you're doing with that time. So what kind of exercises are you doing? What are they targeting? Then I learned that there are some exercises to where, I think I learned that from Sean T, to where after you do the exercise, it's like your body is still reacting or doing its thing from the exercise. Like, it still has your metabolism and things going just from that exercise. I remember learning that. Now, what exercises those was, I can't remember right now. I have to research it again. But I remember him saying that, how some exercises, even following doing them, it still is kind of lingering on and impacting the body. So, guys, you don't have to join a gym. I feel like you can lose weight for free. You don't. It's just what you do. Just being active, moving. You got to move. I encourage you all to move. Do something. Like, I'm not on here to tell you the specifics exactly that you got to do this. Do something, because so many of us aren't doing anything, and we're just sitting and sit and watch somebody else do something. Like, ooh, that's nice. I love to do that or look like that. Like, and okay, yeah, it's nice, but you can benefit too from that. It can be nice for you too. Unfortunately, we can't watch somebody do something and lose weight or do whatever, and then just from us watching it, now it's jumped on us and now it's working for us. Like, it doesn't work that way. What we only thing we can do is look at somebody and use them as a motivator for us to get up and do something, because somebody can't do the action for you. Like what they say, you can lead them to the water, but you can't make them drink, and that's what it's about. So I'm somebody that's trying to just lead you to the water. Speaking of water, let me get hydrated. I can lead you to the water. I can't make you drink. So I just come on here to try to find different ways to try to inspire you to do something or to do more than what you are doing. If you're not getting the results that you want from what you are doing, just switch it up. Research more on like what else that you can do. Like I said, the internet is your friend. There's so much stuff on the internet, and particularly YouTube, like the workouts, things that I come out here and show you. There are a lot of things that I found from people who are, who do fitness. And I'm like, hey, let me try that, so I'll do that workout, or I might switch it up and do it a different way. You just find what works for you. I recently, if any of you been following me, as of late, I had surgery on my left foot. So even with some of the workouts that I'm doing, I have to I may not put a lot of weight on my left foot because, I know I had to have bunion surgery. So I have a cut and a screw in my big toe. So I can't put like a lot of weight like that on it. One of the moves, that last move I did, or the shoulder touch, when I do that move, I put more weight on my right foot versus the left because of, the surgery. So what I'm saying is that regardless of what your situation is, there is a way for you to work around it. I've talked about there's exercises out there with that are chair exercises. Let me pull my chair up. I'll show you guys some. Oh, earlier too, you guys have probably seen me plenty of times. I wear a waist trainer. I didn't work out, I wanted you guys to just see me in this workout. So I didn't put the waist trainer on. But if I were to put the waist trainer on, it's no more sucking in that this bad boy can do, because it is what it is. But what I'm saying, this waist trainer has contributed to what you see. So the exercises, walking and doing that with the waist trainer, that has, waist trainer, get you one. So this particular one is called Sculpt. So I just found online probably during the pandemic 2020. I'm like, let me try that. We were all in the house. Wasn't really spending money like that. So, y'all, I can't believe there was a time where I was just looking for reasons to spend money. Did any of you guys go through that, where during the pandemic, it was like nothing going on and you weren't really spending money, you weren't doing nothing, and you're just sitting at home on the internet and looking for reasons to shop? I kind of miss those days because I felt like my account looked real different back then versus now, with things being more kind of like how, the normal. But I just remember those days where I would just try to find any reason to shop, to buy some clothes. Or when I learned I was going back into the office, I'm like, oh snap, your girl about to go shopping. Because guys, during the pandemic, so many people put weight on because they were just sitting at home. I guess Uber Eats, y'all probably started popping during that time. People was doing the Uber Eats, they was doing the food deliveries. I think I did a grocery store haul like once where they delivered it. Y'all, I'm one of the people, I don't like paying for them extra fees. So I think I was a one and done when I did that. But like, people were just eating. There was nothing to do, so they were just staying in the house. So a lot of people put weight on, but your girl, guess what? I didn't. I was outside walking because I knew already just how just sitting. I'm sorry, y'all done went off left, but I still want to show you those chair exercises. But I knew that eating and sitting is not a good combination. Like, that's just something I already knew. So I didn't kind of fall into that habit, but I know a lot of people did. And so when it was time for me to go back into the office, like a year later, I guess, like, y'all, I had lost like 20 pounds. And I just was walking a lot because there was nothing else to do. So like on my breaks, lunch, like I was just getting out there walking. And in my company at the time, the company I was working for had like a little walking contest, so like you'd win, you can win stuff. And I'm like, hell, I'm already walking anyway, so I joined the contest. Y'all, your girl won. I won me a little gift card. I bought me a little hair dryer, a hooded hair dryer that was, can you believe, back then $25. Now that same dryer, when I needed to replace it finally, it was like $50. It's just like crazy, the price change from 2020, 2021 till now, as we talk about inflation. But what I'm saying is that I ended up winning that challenge because all I did was just start tracking what I was already doing. So I won that walking challenge. So like I said, I lost a lot of weight during the pandemic, and I don't know anybody else who did that. Most people I talk to, they say they gained. Very few, some might have maintained, but most people I think gained. But I lost. So I lost like 20 pounds. Then when I went back to work, I probably put on maybe like 5, maybe like another 5, and then so I kind of been maintaining my body. My weight fluctuates between 130 and 136. So 136 when I'm doing the absolute most, and I'm just like whatever. I just came back from vacation, so I was in the whatever kind of mode. I did do some walking, but now since I've been back from the holiday, I'm trying to get my routine back in place, and be at a comfortable, which I probably already kind of got back there, because it doesn't take much. But I try not to let things get too far left out of my routine, or however I want to look weight wise. I try to stay on top of it. And I want to tell you is that it's far better to be in a maintain mode than to be in a mode of having to start all over and say get all that weight back off. So if you do fall off, when you recognize you've fallen off, don't let it get too far where you try to bust a move and be like, okay, I got to get back on it. Don't let it get like months, if it's days or maybe a week or something, but don't let it get too far off, because it's like, the process starts all over again. So let's just try our best to stay on top of it. But I'm about to pull my chair over because I want to show you some exercises that you can do with just using your chair. I've done them before, just because I was like fascinated, like, wow, you can do exercise from your chair. So what I would do, I would just do them from the side of my bed, but I'm in front of my house, so I have, my chair. So I'm just going to show you, but I think it's great. It's no excuses, y'all. We are in the season of no excuses. Okay. So this is my chair. Like I said, let me move my phone. Let's try to center it some more. So these are, like, some exercises that you can do just from sitting on the side of your bed. So you got some people who maybe who got some weight on them, and they like, listen, I can't be doing all that. My knees. How many of us, y'all remember Vivica said my knees at the same? So if that's your struggle right now, that's all right. We got some things that we can do. So we'll start out with knee raises. So you can do this. You'll feel it. You guys probably can see it. Look at my middle section, at my stomach. It's just knee raises. Remember when I was doing my standing exercises, I was doing some knee raises. So this is just you sitting in a chair doing some knee raises. What's your excuse with not being able to do that? Your knees shouldn't feel too bad, with just doing that. Now, some may, but it's a start for something. Let's see, what are some other exercises? I got my dumbbell. So we're using a dumbbell. You can, you can do curls from sitting down. What else we got? We got the overhead. What else? There's so many of them. Let me get my other one. So with 2, you can have 2 dumbbells. You're just sitting down. You can probably be, you can sit down and do this in front of something that you're watching on TV, your laptop, anything. You have your food on the stove, whatever. Like, we're in the season of no excuses. If you want to do it, you can do it. Let's see, what are some other exercises I've done? Remember to breathe. So This was another one I was doing when I was standing with the turning, but I was using my foot with it. So sitting in the chair, and you all, while I'm sitting, to be honest, I feel like I'm feeling things more in my abs than what I was when I was standing. Z Stella 4, Bestie, you're fitter than me. I liked and subscribed. Yes, I mean, yeah, right now, but I'm showing different ways that you can get fitness in. And it's not about starting out looking like somebody, because chances are they didn't start out looking the way that you see them looking. Everybody got a story, I always say. And I like to consider myself as an open book. Anybody who knows me is like, I tell my story because I feel like it can make a difference for other people. And it's your story, it's your book. You are the author, you're the illustrator, it's you. So if you want to change your story, anything about your story, you have the ability to do so. And it's just about being motivated to do so, and the desire for change being far greater than your fear of putting in the work for that change, because it's going to be work and it's scary. It's scary, and I get that, but I have yet to meet someone or hear anyone tell their testimony on the internet that they put that work in, they got the results that they wanted, and they regretted it. If anything, I hear so many people just talk about how they wish they would have started their journey in whatever it was sooner. Like, it's like, oh man, I wish I just would have started sooner. And I'm no different, fitness, and that may not be my challenge right now in my season, but I very well have challenges like in other areas that you or any of you watching this, may be winning in. So we all have areas to where we want to improve. And we just got to be willing to put that work in to improve. Do the research it. The answers are out there. So stop sitting on the sidelines and get in the game. Get in the game. There's far too many people that are sitting on the sidelines. You got to get in the game. And someone's getting in the game, maybe starting their fitness journey, but my getting in the game and really staying in the game is really the content creation part, with the consistency and coming out here and talking to you all and showing you what I do, and not putting so much thought into it, as in okay, well, what do they want to see? Is this what they want to see? Like, I'm in my head a lot, and I'm getting better, but I pray about a lot, like, Lord, tell me what it is that you want me to put out there, because I want to reach people and I want to make a difference. I don't want to be just another person on the internet who's just talking for clicks and views. I want to be someone out here who's able to make an impact to people's lives. So that's my drive. So what has me up at night is thinking, okay, how can I get people engaged? What part of my life can I show them? What can I share with them that will have them to want to put forth a greater effort with trying to become a better version of themselves? Because at the end of the day, our only competition should be ourselves and no one else. It shouldn't be me, your sister, your neighbor, your coworker. It should be you. It should be you, wanting to be the best version of yourself, because that's all you can be. No matter how bad you think somebody look, you can never be them. Like, you can never be them, just as they can never be you. So once you understand and accept that, then, you start to move accordingly. I say everything starts with a mindset. So you want to have that mindset of, okay, it's not about what the next person's doing. It's like, what am I doing today? How can I move differently? How can I reach my goals? What are some steps I need to take? Who are some people that maybe I can follow that have maybe a similar background, or who are working towards, that goal or similar goal? Like, all of that, y'all. It's all of that. It's all of that. Yes, right now these days it's very hot. How many of us, that's our reason for not busting a move and doing something. It's hot outside. It's hot. Like, y'all, it's hot. My phone, if any of you all were on my first live, like my phone literally overheated. I don't even know how far I got in that live. Once I end this one, I'll have to go and check it out. But this is basically like a part 2 of that live because my phone overheated. But I just wanted to come outside today, regardless of what the temperature is, to show you what it is that I do. I've shown you what my walking routine looked like, but I wanted to show you when I do extra things, okay, what it looks like. It's like, okay, let me just take it a step further and show them this too. But I will say my primary routine is more so on the walking part. Like that's like primary. So as far as me and my body, like this is walking. This is walking. The exercise moves that I've kind of added to it, that's just added, you know. It's helping to, you know, maybe just probably the sculpting, probably it's helping with the sculpting of things probably. But I do wear my waist trainer, so that's kind of taking care of the midsection. But walking is like I tell anyone, get up, walk, you know, go walking. It's great. It does great for your heart rate. It can help with raise, which impacts like your metabolism. Like it's great. I think so many people sleep on walking. You know, walking. I'm not a runner. I've never been a runner, so that's just never been my ministry. But I've heard that walking is even better than running because I think it's less impact on your knees. So I do something. It is really hot out. You can try going out in the evenings. I know where I live, even in the evenings, you know, you're still dealing with 90-degree weather, but it still makes a difference, say when the sun starts to go down or when it gets hidden behind the clouds. You know, it does feel better, but you know, it's still 90. But I wear, like, you know, lately I've been going out with my wet cloth or something like that, and that makes a difference. You'll see me with this on around my neck. I forgot I even had it. So normally I'll just be out there sweating. But at the same time, I didn't mind sweating because I understand that that's part of the weight loss process and removing toxins and things like that. You have to sweat. Like what they say, what are you doing if you're not sweating? And normally I'm not somebody who sweats easily. But when I'm out here in this heat and doing these workouts and things, oh, that sweat is there. The sweat is there, and that's fine. You know, you just do your workout and go take a shower, change, put clean, fresh clothes on. What they say, rinse, repeat. It's rinse, repeat, y'all. This is just my lifestyle. So it's healthy living. I want you to create a better, you know, lifestyle as well. When we talk about dietary, I'm not somebody who's really strict when it comes to my diet. I have a friend, my friend Miss Veronica Fair. She has a channel. Guys, go follow her. She's also on her fitness journey right now. She's trying to shed pounds and things like that. So she does the smooth, like she really gets into it. So you can follow her channel if you want to see recipes and things like that for making smoothies. Listen, your girl too lazy for all that. Maybe when I grow up some more, I'll get into I'll get into making things in the kitchen, smoothies. But for now, listen, your girl is running straight through that Smoothie King drive-through, hopping on that app, putting in her order on the way to work. So normally, like, you know, when I am going into an office, I'll pass a Smoothie King and I'll stop by the Smoothie King and I'll grab a smoothie, and that's pretty much my breakfast. And now when I'm at home and I'm not going anywhere and I'm working from home, I don't even have breakfast, y'all. So I'm not your girl who believes in 3 meals a day. I don't. I'm someone who's been intermittent fasting before I knew that was even thing. I just have learned probably in the last 5-6 years of the term intermittent fasting. So that's just when you're going several hours, 12, 16 hours in between meals. So I've done that for years. And when I learned about intermittent fasting and what how your body reacts to that, I also contribute that to me maintaining a certain size. But like I said, I didn't know that I was intermittent fasting. That's just how I've just never been one to be into breakfast. Most of the time, by the time I get moving around and get up, get dressed, cleaned up, it's lunchtime. So usually my first meal of the day would be like lunchtime. So that's kind of how I got out of really not being a breakfast person. But I'm just not a breakfast person. And if I am eating breakfast, it's just something like a smoothie or something light, not like a full course meal. Like yesterday after I did my walk, I guess I was yesterday, my husband and I did a walk in the park. Afterwards, I was going to get a smoothie. I'm like, oh, let's go to Waffle House. So we did go to a Waffle House and I ate a waffle, bacon, some hash browns. So I ate a meal, but y'all, by the time I was eating that, it was like lunchtime. So it wasn't even breakfast. So I'm not one to remove kind of things completely and go cold turkey without things. It's more about moderation with me. It's about taking in things in moderation. Right now, I'm just being more conscious. I would say, if anything, probably my soda intake. I'll go times in my life where I won't drink soda, or I just drastically cut down. Or as of late, I had been real happy with soda, and that's only because my refrigerator had gone out, so it wasn't keeping things cool. So I got a cooler and I had put some ice in it, and I was like, oh, it's just easier. I'll just have some, sodas in there for me and the kids, family. And I just had built this habit with having sodas. So now I'm like, okay, I'm trying to break that. But ordinarily, I'm pretty good with my soda intake. I'm more of a heavy tea drinker or water. So I'm kind of now like kind of getting back to there. So that's going to be, I guess, me impacting my diet as far as with limiting, I guess, the sugar. I try to be mindful of my intake with the pastries. I like pastries and I like bread, so I'll be cognizant of how much I'm taking in. Not, okay, I'm not going to have any at all. It's like, well, how much am I taking in? So it's just kind of going deeper in thought um, about the things that I want to consume. That's it. Not just completely removing it, but it's like, okay, let me be conscious about how much I'm gonna eat. Oh, I like those cookies. Okay, I'll eat, one cookie. Or if I see that, sometimes in the bakery they'll have the really small cookies, and then you can get the pack. So I may opt for the package that have like the small cookies, because I know if I want something sweet, I can grab one or two versus me getting a pack that has like, your bigger cookies and you got a bunch in it. So it's just a mindset, because for me, if I see that I'm about to take in something that's sugary, I'm looking at, okay, well, how much is it? How big is it? Because if it's something that's a small amount, then I'm like, okay, I'm fine. It's nothing like this huge. So again, everything goes back to the mindset and being cognizant and conscious of what you're doing, putting thought into it, like beforehand, instead of you doing the absolute most and in the background when you all full, you're like, damn, I really shouldn't have ate that second burger. Like don't do that. Think about it kind of beforehand, or think about the effort that you've recently put into yourself, and think about, okay, do I really want to do all that and undo all this hard work that I put in? You probably don't. So I think the more you start getting into yourself and working on yourself, the less likely you're going to be willing to try to do something to undo all of that. You're like, you're not going to want to do that. So new habits. So yeah, that's my workout. I thank you for joining. Please like, share, subscribe. I don't know, I'll probably be back on here. I don't know, tomorrow starts you at Monday, the start of the week. So I'm sure I'll come back out here and show you all some more actual workouts that I do, live workouts. But yeah, you guys at least, can see kind of what it is that I do, or how I kind of maintain, because I'm just in the season of maintaining. So I'd love for you all to get into that season as well, of just being able to maintain. It's far better to be in that season versus on the part of really doing all that work. But doing all that work, it's definitely worthwhile, because that's what you have to do with anything in order to get to that point, to be able to maintain. You got to have something to maintain, right? So we all trying to get something to we try to get something to maintain. But this has been fun. I'm glad I was able to do this all with you. I'm definitely glad my phone didn't overheat. But it is what it is. It's very hot, so I understand. I guess I just didn't think about that when I was setting things up. But we worked it out with live number 2. So definitely, let me know in your comments your thoughts pertaining to anything I've said, the workouts, your own goals, or what tell me about your story. But I'm just here to hope to be able to motivate at least one person to just do something different in do something different in effort to reach your personal goals, because we all have them. And if you don't have any personal goals, you should really stop and think about some, because I think they're important. We should all have some goals to be working towards pretty much all the time. When you achieve one goal, okay, start a new goal. That's what kind of keeps us going and keeps us pushing to become greater versions of ourselves, right? So, yeah, this is Chic from Chic Speaks. Please like, share, subscribe. It helps with the algorithm, especially when you like, because I'm trying to get back in it, circulate it. I'm trying to get these fitness videos out. And yeah, this has been fun. I'm feeling a breeze. It feels good, y'all. It really feels good. I'm feeling a breeze, but I'm about to just put it a wrap, call it a wrap. And thank you. Until next time, peace. I'm out.